Police Minister wants priority assessment on police housing status. Port Moresby street vendors claim police theft. Wow in Bulolo to host the 2015 Ipatas Cup Morobe Challenge next weekend.
This is National MTV News with Mary Bartulo.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for Saturday's news. Police Minister Robert Atiafa says he will instruct the Police Commissioner to initiate an investigation into police housing in the country. Today, Minister Atiafa visited Lays Bumbu Police Barracks and made the announcement after 7 duplex police homes were left incomplete for 2 years. The Police Minister also indicated that police training at Bomana may be suspended until police housing is sorted out.
These are some of the 7 new duplex homes at Lays Bumbu Police Barracks that were left incomplete for 2 years. They are part of the national government's intervention program for police housing that began in 2012. Earlier today, the Police Minister, Robert Atiafa, who made an unofficial visit to the barracks, will call for a formal investigation to establish the cause of the delay.
It has taken, for most of those projects, more than 2 years to complete, and it is a matter for concern, and I will take it up with the Commissioner for Police and ask him to immediately conduct that.
These 7 duplex homes were meant to cater to new police recruits sent to Lay from Bomana for the past 2 years. New police houses that were also supposed to be completed haven't started yet, forcing police officers and their families to continue living in rundown houses at the barracks.
They think, talking about building 500 houses, I would need those 500 houses to be built.
The Police Minister expressed his disappointments on the working progress of these homes and says he would most likely suspend police training at Bomana until all police housing issues are fixed.
We don't have houses to house policemen and women. There won't be any point training policemen and women at Bomana. We either have to stop the training program and build houses, or let the program of training go on and concentrate on building houses.
The investigation will include all police barracks in the country, the Police Minister says. In Medang, Kusba Police Barracks have been condemned in 2010 but is still being used because of the delay in the housing rehabilitation program. Edwin Fidelis, National MTV News, Lay.
A group of street vendors in Port Moresby are claiming they were assaulted by NCD police this morning. They said police bashed them, destroyed their goods and took their money. These boys are part of the informal sector and live on money earned through the sale of their goods.
A group of street sellers fronted up at the MTV studios this morning, clearly frustrated. They claim they are victims of police brutality and looting. The young boys say that around 8:20 this morning, 2 police vehicles full of policemen stopped in front of Orilavi House in Boroko, where they were selling their goods, and assaulted them. The boys claim the policemen took 6 of them to the Boroko police station, where they left them and drove away. They claim the policemen took 70 kina from them. There are no official complaints at the Boroko police station about this incident.
The
boys claim that this is not the first time this has happened to them, but this time they say the police have gone too far. Sarah Aupong, National MTV News.
NCD residents who have fallen victim to police assault are calling on the police hierarchy to take strong disciplinary action against those officers involved. This follows increasing complaints on the behavior of police personnel over the festive season. Residents want to see a better conduct by law enforcers this year.
Benjamin, Mabel and John Pilima are residents of Port Moresby who have never met before. While we were interviewing the street sellers over their incident with police this morning, they came forward to air their views. Benjamin works as a security guard and claims that as he was walking towards Jack Piddick Park yesterday, around 11 a.m. he was stopped by police and was searched.
270 kilo raushilo pocket plumi. No to yuran lo slavino ranem. Only pen belt no to ran lo slav and back am whipping you like single loki will the sailor toss. Nan slav miran lo slav you bogotalo. Some long god blumi stolo 6 mile walk sana stablemene miran.
John Pilima is a taxi driver who claims he was also a victim of police brutality.
All tridini mina, all anjeb mina, trebla, all maradas blomi, mi blaka, mi blino stillman. All come outside the soul, all fungbanglo, mi bla, all paiti, mi bla, killing mi bla indai, na tromoicul and drain, all kissing 480 ginablomi.
In the past, the police hierarchy have condemned such actions. The alleged victims say this type of actions greatly diminish the good work of the force.
So, plenty blue, I'm walking good, na sample legally land, walking rascal basin. Discipline all back time na all walk straight.
NCD Metropolitan Superintendent Andy Bauer has told MTV that he will officially comment on these concerns and the street vendor incident tomorrow. Sarah Aupong, National MTV News.
You're watching National MTV News. Among stories after the break, Port Moresby youth leave the wrong side of the law to instigate change in the city. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the news. The new year has brought about many resolutions that many aim to achieve. In Port Moresby's Gordon suburb, the Moresby Northeast Reformed Youth have started off the year with controlling crowds and ensuring public safety at the temporary Unagi bus stop. Their aim is to reduce petty crime rates, which the bus stop is notorious for.
Since the formation of this group, the youths have pledged to help police monitor PMV operators at Gordon's. Earlier in the day, the police were seen removing illegal vendors whom they feel attract petty criminals.
Policeman to market say this. First time I go Gordon's na, man market lab no kill man lab. To stop lab no musam. Opu the bus come there, bus stop come there.
They have also been patrolling suburbs in the Northeast Electorate like Erima and 6 Mile to ensure families move about easily. The area is being used as a makeshift transit point for PMVs. Since its relocation to the Unagi Oval, there has been an increase in petty crimes. The reformed youth of the Moresby Northeast areas have taken upon responsibility of ensuring public safety. This is a local form of order for commuters trying to establish a sense of safety in a suburb that has been notorious recently for petty crime. Lorraine Genia, National MTV News.
The newly refurbished recreational park at the National Forest Authority headquarters in Port Moresby was named after PNGFA's Managing Director Kanawi Poru. This comes as Poru, a forester by profession, celebrated his 35 years with the authority and also as recognition for serving 2 terms as the Managing Director. The park signifies PNGFA's support to the government's small to medium enterprise policy through its private-public partnership. Poru cut the ribbon to officially open the park. The 1-month notice of eviction for settlers in the 8-mile Moitaka Swamp area has brought spokesperson Luke Magala to appeal to the Department of Agriculture and Livestock for more time. They are appealing to the department and will be presenting a court order to the department tomorrow.
Emi mi play no dispute mi grand blow. Ground mi play sabe or se mi implore. As well mi play tininglo look how mi play look at him na family affected in our this letter so mi play where Mary picking in one time na how mi play by relocate him or repatriation na how mi play by settle down and play where in our concern stuff so. Mi like appeal or DL na only take him time na.
You're watching National MTV News. Up next, all your sporting action in Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. WOW Rugby League Oval in Bulolo, Morobe Province will be hosting the 2015 Ipatas Cup Morobe Challenge next weekend. Bulolo MP Sam Basil presented 30,000 kina to the organisers on New Year's Day, and he says this is part of the district's initiative to promote rugby league and sports in Bulolo. The Ipatas Cup has been the biggest off-season rugby league competition in PNG for the last 16 years.
The Coca-Cola Ipatas Cup will kick off its 2015 season on January 10th, and for the first time, it will be played at the WOW Rugby League Oval. Chief Executive Officer of Ipatas Cup, Timothy Lepa, says he is happy to bring the game to WOW, as it was one place where rugby league was first played in Papua New Guinea. Ipatas Cup is about identifying rural-based talents. Running the games in WOW will give more exposure for many upcoming players in the district.
All Ipatas Cup, but 16 years people are running, we didn't get a support like that. People are host the game, the support, everybody thought it was a political thing.
Sam Basil says despite political differences on the floor of Parliament, the Ipatas Cup can be used to bring together leaders outside of Parliament. He says through its district team, the AMSEC Bulolo Miners, many rugby talents have been identified through the Ipatas Cup. Many other talents are waiting to be identified, and Bulolo will continue to support sports to be part of its developments in the district.
On that, we also want to bring games as such into WOW so that people can benefit. So I think the investment is it's worth 30,000, but I think what the people will put back into the economy of WOW will be more than 30,000.
So we got 16 teams.
Morobe Challenge coordinator Tony McCarrett says Prime Minister Peter O'Neill is likely to be invited to join Grand Chief Peter Ipatas for the official kickoff in WOW. 8 teams from 16 centres throughout the country will be taking part in this year's competition. Bougainville and West New Britain have been included in the competition for the New Guinea Islands Challenge. Sylvester Gawi, National MTV Sports, Leh.
From the 12 teams that battled in the NCD Governors Cup semi-finals last week, 6 teams will go head-to-head for the Cup, Bowl and Plate finals. Due to a late start to the semi-finals, all respective finals have been postponed to tomorrow, the 4th of January. Freeway Bumpers, after a close encounter in the semi-finals against 9 Mile Giants, secured the first spot in the Cup Grand Final. In the second semi-final match, Hohola Knights proved too strong for Star Brothers to also secure the spot in the Cup Final. Both teams from the suburb of Hohola are gearing up for a home ground showdown. The Governors Cup will see its finals tomorrow at the Hohola Ipi Park. Gordon's Police Barracks youth, through organiser Walo Kere, took to the field in small 13-a-side touch rugby games. The Broncos took on the Sea Eagles in an entertaining round 7 match.
The Broncos had been on the back foot earlier before nifty play through the centre had their opponents defending stoutly. The Sea Eagles, however, did prove themselves difficult to handle. Concepts of 13's touch mimic rugby league, with one exception: there are no tackles. Organiser Walo Kere, a long-time rugby advocate, believes, like others in the community, that sport can be used as a platform to alleviate the problems that the youth encounter constantly.
I think the aim of the competition is to bring all the youths together within barracks and the residential areas to work together and build up the kids, their characters, and make them feel responsible in their own community.
The Gordon Touch Rugby competition has also had some prestigious names running through its ranks, as Kerry explains.
Michael Marum was one of our oldies here. He used to play with Masalai Warriors, that's his team. His team is playing this afternoon also. We also had Aquila Emil, who used to play with Bala Raiders, the late Aquila Emil. Tuxi Karu and Stanley Haru were with Sandpiper Sharks.
Kerr also believes that the current generation of players could soon fit that mantle. Jeremy Moggy, National, MTV Sports.
Today, local art and craft sellers in the nation's capital told MTV on how they are preparing for the Pacific Games. They said the Pacific Games will be good for them so that they could sell more of their items and make more income.
It's a very fast start.
With only 6 months remaining to the Pacific Games, local residents in the nation's capital have raised concerns on their appreciations on how they are preparing for the Games. Port Moresby's arts and crafts sellers are already in preparations for the Pacific Games in July this year. Speaking to some of the arts and crafts sellers today, they said events such as the Pacific Games will be good for their business. They said for PNG to host this tremendous event is vital for the country and one good way to unite the people of the Pacific together.
Plenty of man Americans inside the country and making me play he looks savilo or something me play selling and me play ready na. She said she is looking forward to the Games and already have more items to sell to the Pacific neighbours. Leonie's husband, Simon Heta, also said that for Pacific Games to take place in PNG is far more significant as many will benefit from the sporting event, especially the local sellers.
Festival of Arts. Me looking plenty of countries or binikan na boom na me plapin showcase in Malta sa something na me looking plenty sales me plapin walking. Na to now this Pacific Games to by come.
Meanwhile, not long to go till the Pacific Games, Hatter said security will be the only problem to solve as our Pacific athletes, spectators and those who will be here for the love of sport are well taken care of. Godwin Eki, National, MTV Sports.
National Soccer League champions and PNG representatives in the Oceania Football Confederation, Hekari United FC, is preparing for another challenging 2015 OFC season. Club manager Voni Capinato has committed to make this season a memorable one with optimism to set a benchmark at the OFC level. And with the newcomers coming on board, the team looks promising to defend their title in the NSL while hoping to make it to the OFC Championship.
The Hekari United Football Club will once again represent the country in the Oceania Football Confederation Championships in Fiji.
It's a lot of challenges. We have a lot of good NSL teams coming in this season. And with the OFC tournament ahead of us, we need to play friendly game to see our players coming in. But I would say we have a lot of good bunch of Papua New Guinean players in our team this season.
The club welcomes back midfielder Alik Maimai from Solomon Islands. Young midfielder Emmanuel Simon from Ley will also join the club, including upcoming striker Tommy Same from Ley, Emmanuel Irim and Emson Upaiga from Mount Hagen all made it into the final 25-man squad. Voni says the club has already started their training.
I train at PNG IPA and I want to say thank you to the department for giving us that oval again because we are representing the country. We didn't have any oval to train. We've been training everywhere in the past 2 months. But having the oval last week was a great plus to us.
She also pointed out on reason why recruiting international players into the club.
For us to play against Auckland City, Team Wellington, if you look at their team, I think 18 or 19 of them most came from Spain, came from other foreign countries. They need to play a good game and need to win. And if you look at Auckland City today, they have won, went to the semi-final. That's the only team in the Oceania have done it to the highest. The reason is they drop 8 and they pick another 8 international players, give them a lot of plus.
Voni is now banking on her young players, including the old-timers for a successful 2015 season. Tere Alex, National, MTV Sports.
And that's the news and sports. Up next, we'll have for you the weather for tonight and tomorrow.
True Kai Sports.
This weather information is brought to you by Tablebirds.
Taking a look at the weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow in the southern region, Port Moresby, possible evening showers and rain. Mostly fine for Daru, cloudy with evening showers for Kerma, few showers for Alatau and showers later for Popondetta. To the Momasa region, Leh you can expect showers, cloudy for Medang and Wewak, and Vanimo you can expect cloudy showers forming. To the New Guinea Islands, Lorengau you can expect few showers, and rain for Kavieng, rain and thunderstorms for both Rabaul and Kimbe, and showers and thunderstorms for Puka. And in the Highlands region, all centres cloudy with evening rain forming. And to end the news recap of our top stories, Police Minister wants priority assessment on police housing status, Port Moresby street vendors claim police theft, and WOW in Bulolo to host the 2015 Ipatas Cup Morobe Challenge next weekend. And that's your news for Saturday, January the 3rd, 2015. On behalf of the MTV News team, I'm Mary Batulo. Pleasant viewing for the rest of your evening. Good night.